Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga. I started making YouTube videos right after my divorce to document for myself and my closest friend how I am reinventing myself and my whole life. And if you found this video on YouTube or you think you were guided to it somehow, just, take it as a sign and like it and subscribe to the channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk about freedom because I think freedom is a word that we kind of thrown around a lot, and everyone wants freedom, right? But we are talking about different kind of freedom. Like freedom can mean something very different to you and to me. And I think most of the time people are talking about financial freedom, probably, or just the freedom to do whatever they want, whenever they want. So in this video, I want to give you my opinion on the whole subject and tell you what I think the ultimate freedom is. According to the Cambridge English Dictionary, freedom is the condition or right of being able or allowed to do, say, think, etc., whatever you want to, without being controlled or limited. Hopefully you live in a society where you can think and say whatever you want to. However, I think when it comes to living together with other people, we do need rules and regulations when it comes to what we are allowed and not allowed to do. Otherwise, it would be just complete chaos. Most people think of financial freedom as the ultimate freedom, and they set it as their number one goal. And it usually means having enough savings, financial investments, and cash on hand to afford the kind of life they desire for themselves and their families. So, in short, financial freedom is when your money is working for you, rather than the other way around. And who doesn't want that, right? I cracked the freedom code in a different way for myself. I think the ultimate freedom is knowing that we create our reality. That's it. We're not here to observe what is happening to us and around us. No, we have full control of what and how comes to our reality, like what we are experiencing in this 3D. We're gonna come back to how we do that, how you can actually create your reality. But before we get to it, let me quote you what Dr. Joe Dispenza says so that you can understand the whole thing. He says that the same thoughts lead to the same choices, and the same choices lead to the same behaviors, and the same behaviors will create the same experiences, and the same experiences produce the same emotions. He also says it somewhere that if you practice the same emotions for a longer time, like hours or days, it becomes your mood. And if you keep going with the same emotions for even longer than that, like months, it becomes your temperament. And if you keep feeling the same way, because you haven't changed your thoughts and emotions, it will become your personality trait. And those emotions will feed your thoughts too. It's like a vicious circle. But there is a way to break out of it and even change things around. Why is it super important? Because as Dispenza says, how you think, how you act, and how you feel is called the personality. And your personality creates your personal reality. According to him, his research, and to be honest with you, according to every well-known spiritual teachers and leaders that you find out there, your thoughts and emotions create your reality. How? Let me quote Dispenza again for you. Thoughts are the electrical charge that send out signals into the quantum field, and heart-centered emotions act as the magnetic charge that draw events back to us in our three-dimensional life. This is what I also teach and help people with when they ask me to create custom-made guided meditations for them to attract their dreams and desires. We set intentions, we write goals and a list of the things that they want to manifest, and then we make a meditation that will help them generate emotions in their heart chakra of how they would feel if they already had all that, if they already witnessed those desires coming true, how they would feel if those were already their reality. And feeling the right emotions paired with gratitude for already having manifested whatever they want, even though they haven't yet, but they imagine that they have, is always the key in attracting those experiences to them. So to sum it all up, the way you think and feel will create your reality. That's it. And who is responsible for your thoughts and emotions? My biggest lesson from Abraham Hicks' teachings is my emotions are my responsibility. I know a lot of people live their life on autopilot and they just, let things happen to them, and they just let those happenings, situations, events, people generate certain emotions in them, and that's it. They let themselves react to things. And it took me a while to understand what Abraham means by my emotions are my responsibility. I swear I'm gonna get it tattooed on my arm one day. It has changed my life. They say that if you change the narrative behind something that is happening, you can change the way you feel about it. Let me show you through some examples. Your boyfriend hasn't called you all day. If you're telling yourself that he hasn't called you because he's crazy busy with work he has to do, you will be okay. But if you're telling yourself that he hasn't called you because he's ignoring you, he doesn't love you anymore, or he's maybe even cheating on you, it will make you feel horrible. Okay, but what about real tragic situations when you can only feel sad and devastated, like someone dies? Even then, my dear. I can think of the death of my father, which I had to witness at the tender age of 18. And it was awful. It was an awful experience for him going through it and for me to witness it. And losing him so early made me depressed and changed my life in so many negative ways. I stopped studying. I just gave no fucks about anything. I didn't get a place to university either. And I would be right saying and thinking all this because it's true. And it would make me feel awful. But I can decide to go with another narrative, which I did and is also true. His transition brought him ease. He didn't have to suffer anymore. I didn't have to watch him suffer anymore. He was probably ready to go. It was rough and it certainly got me depressed, but all those hard times after his transition led me on a different path, on a different journey. I failed all my exams. Okay, I didn't get a place to university, but that forced me to make something different with my life. It even made me move to a different country at the age of 19. And I learned English really well. I met people I would have never met otherwise. And it also got me to different schools, brought me different experiences, gave me new friends, lovers, experiences that I would not trade for anything else. So indirectly, his death led me to a path that I'm really thankful for. And that's not it. While he was alive, I could only see and talk to him every second weekend. Now that he's physically not present, he's present in a different way, and I can talk to him anytime. I can take him with me anywhere, which I do. So you see two totally different perceptions of the same story, yet they are both true. They don't cancel each other out, and I have the option to choose which story I'm feeding my energy to, which narrative I tell myself, therefore how it makes me feel. If you can do this with something like death, losing someone, you can do it with anything. So I said the ultimate freedom for me is the freedom to create my own reality. Here I have to say how liberating it is that I can pick my own narrative. I can change my thoughts on things, stories, people, and I can find things I dislike in someone, or I can start looking for their positive traits, things I can respect or appreciate in them. And my thoughts will automatically change how I feel about myself, about others, and things around me and in my life. Having the option, the freedom to change my thoughts and my feelings are part of this freedom that I'm talking about. And when I mentioned my favorite teaching from Abraham, my emotions are my responsibility, it is not just my freedom to decide how I want to feel. I think it's also my obligation, because knowing all of this that I just explained to you, you cannot blame others for how you feel anymore. You don't like how you feel? Change the narrative. Show up feeling better, show up feeling different about something. It will free you, liberate you, and it will also free them. And from then on, no one can put you in a bad mood. Or even if you think they put you in a bad mood because someone said or did something and it triggered the shit out of you, and because of some childhood trauma, let's say, that you haven't managed to heal yet, you still have the power to get yourself out of there. So you can react, you will probably still react, but the decision is yours. Like, how long are you going to allow yourself stay in that particular mood? You have the freedom, you have the power to change your whole mood about something you're feeling. So why not do it? Stop blaming others, just take initiative and take this amazingly liberating tool or path. What can be more freeing than knowing that you can change your thoughts and feelings and your whole reality? That's it. Thank you for listening to my rant. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.